To all the Christians out there, let's see how do I put this. This is your call to arms. No, I'm being partially quiet because I'm trying not to be so loud and upset my roommate, which is one of the reasons I think it's one of the reasons I've been toning down so much. If I ever leave at home, you'll see that there's this huge change in why I'm so out there and fun. And I really should move my phone making this video, shouldn't I? Anyway, but yes, this video, because I want you guys to do this, your call to arms, because this is something a lot of people kind of take for. There's a lot of things that by the way, that's great. But this is something that's talked about a lot in my church, and it's actually a really good point, which is one of the reasons I don't get annoyed hearing it over and over again. I mean, I get annoyed hearing it over and over again, but it actually is really important that this is taken into account for. Complacency among Christians is, I don't know how else to put it without using words I probably shouldn't, but it's not a good thing. It's complacency in the world is allowing things. It's alright, the way I know to put it is basically define complacency, or at least put a definition onto complacency. For all intents and purposes for this video, complacency is basically this idea of letting things happen that we know shouldn't happen, and it's Christian job not to allow that to be. And the biggest thing I think is there's a lot of ideology out there that say everyone's going to heaven as long as you believe in something, and that is not correct teaching. That's improper, and that looks really weird. And I believe, I think Oprah Winfrey holds this belief. I mean, I don't want to take my word for it. I'm afraid I'm going to super slander, but I think that was one of the things that she talked about believing in. Or not believing in, but one thing she kind of just believes of, as long as you believe in something, you're going to go to heaven. Like your own personal heaven, there's the Christian heaven and the Muslim heaven and the, another religion, just, anyway, but there's different places you go as long as you believe in something. Buddhist heaven, Nirvana exists, and all that stuff. So this idea that every single religion exists, and if you're a Christian, if you really know what Christianity is, then you know that's not right. You know that Christianity is only, Christianity is not just religion, it's truth. And by the way, for anybody watching this right now, if you just stop watch my other videos, I know this may seem like I'm being contradicting, I'm contradicting myself. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not telling you to go judge people. I'm not telling you to tell people you're going to hell. Every time I say that, it sounds bad. I feel really tired. I shouldn't be this tired. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. Anyway, I don't know if this is doing this in, but complacency. So, and the biggest thing I really see in it that really bugs me, more so than just the complacency of seeing it and letting it happen, is seeing it and taking part of it. And this happens with a lot of people, with a lot of Christians I know. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're going to go to hell because you smoke pot or because you drink, because you do any of that stuff. But the fact of the matter is, you're there to be this beacon of light, of good, and just show people what it really means to be Christ-like. And there's a lot of people who just aren't doing that. And that's why, I had a friend actually once get on to me about the fact that I am straight edge, which is true because I do. And the fact of the matter is, I wish I didn't have to. That's how it is. It's at one point saying you were Christian, real Christian, if Christianity was what it's supposed to be, then saying you're Christian automatically implies I don't go get drunk, I don't sleep around with people, I don't smoke weed or any of that stuff. That should automatically be implied within Christianity. But unfortunately, it's really not. And so I had to straight it down. So people know I'm not only a Christian, but actually I don't do these things. I try my best to actually remain moral. And I'm not saying I don't have my demons. Don't mistake me. I have my demons, and I'm working on them. Trying to work on them. People are people, and people are destined to fail. It's in Romans. It says, for everyone has fallen short of the glory of God. Everyone. Which is why when I see things like you sinners mentioned in Judgment 3, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's the sign, and he said the wrath of God, where it's all short of those you sinner, he's being non-inclusive, which is wrong. because even he's a sinner. Christians, as a general population, are in fact sinners as well, and Christians who are not sinners are actually bigger sinners because they're sinning about not sinning, you know. But so where am I going with this? Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember our topic. So, but basically, and I said that, and I said, you know, that you shouldn't condemn people for doing certain things or being bad because that's going to happen. However, that doesn't mean, oh well, it's going to happen, so it's okay. That's not what that means. That means it's going to happen, but we should try our best to avoid it. Or our job as human beings, as far as human beings go, is to be as Christ-like as possible. And most people I know are just giving up. They don't even try, and that's not right. And it goes back to you know, they will say, "Lord, Lord, and I prophesy in your name," and the Lord will say to them, "Get away from me! I did not know you." And that's because, well, partially because I'm not going to say it because I mean I'm not wanting to say this is exactly what Jesus meant, but I mean if you take it apart, basically it's a you claim Christianity and you maybe haven't talked about it, but the fact of the matter is you weren't really a Christian. You were out with everyone else on Saturday night drinking and getting drunk. I mean, like I said, I know. Let me say this too. I'm not sure. I don't think drinking in and of itself is immoral. I think getting drunk is, and it's the same like with everything in moderation. It's very important, and the problem with citing, this is why I just stay away from it in general, is because it's hard to stop at the recommended healthy amount, if there's such thing as a healthy amount. I mean, there is like slight amount of alcohol has been proven to be healthy. Even like a hit of weed, theoretically, is supposed to be helpful. It helps with glaucoma, which is why medicinal marijuana is legal in California, because there are certain conditions in which a slight bit of marijuana will help to contain that condition. But everything in moderation, and the fact of the matter is those people who go out and use, the people who I think are moral, are the ones who don't do it in moderation. So that's the line between you know, drinking, and I don't know if I'm doing this right. I kind of have this weird frame of reference. That's right. So it would be here first. Yeah. Okay. This is between, you know, drinking. Like line of morality is here. This is drinking, like a beer or a glass of wine or something like that. Because you know they say Jesus drank wine, and that's true. He did. He made wine. He made wine for the wine. It was his first miracle. Was to create. His first miracle was making wine. And then there's over here where there's getting drunk on wine, which the Bible actually specifically says don't do. So, I hope this hearing I'm banging up there, I can only assume what's going on, and I don't really want to think that's it. But I got no idea why there'd be that much banging upstairs. Anyway, so yeah, so this is your call to arms, and so I started the video, I said this is your call to arms, and I meant that, but what I mean by this is your call to arms is I want you to do something, I want you to take action, I want you to, and here's the thing, don't start with other people, I want you to start with yourself. We'll start with yourself because I'm still working on myself, and whenever I get stronger in the word, before I want some people to go out and change other people, I want to see you have to be able to change yourself before you can change other people, because it's so easy to see the flaws in other people. The hard part is seeing flaws in yourself, and you have to watch for the flaws in yourself because you know they're there. I mean, if you don't know they're there just to tell you. I promise they are. But so once you start inward, I want you to find your demon. I want you to work on it. I want you to push it out of your life. And you're never gonna be perfect. I don't want to I say that I fear that by saying that I sound like I'm being a downer and being mean. But as a human, you're destined to fail. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try, because if you don't try and you become complacent, then what are you really doing? I mean, if you really give it an honest shot, you know, that's what the difference is. You giving it an honest shot as opposed to just being oh well, I'm gonna fail, so I may as well just go do whatever. Well, see, that kind of lifestyle is that kind of mindset is a mindset that is, in my opinion, detestable from Christianity. And so, start with yourself, work on it, and then if you're ready to minister to others, that's great. I'm all for that, because that's also a big part of being a Christian. Very important is to get the word out there. And it's in Acts, as she knows, because it's my church, the church I go to. It's like their motto. Acts. I almost want to say 1:10. That might be wrong, so don't take my word for it. Look it up, and if it is right, then go me. If not, sorry, it's somewhere in Acts. I know that, but it's and you'll be witnesses in Jerusalem, and all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. If you didn't hear that, let me repeat it slower. And you'll be my witnesses in Jerusalem, and Judea, and all Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. To the ends of the earth from the churches. So you start here. You going to? Let me do this. You start here in Judah. And all Judea, which kind of gets bigger here, and then you got all Samaria, which is like the area here. So this is this is kind of all the reach near area as they discuss. And you kind of slowly go out and you expand to the end of the world. Obviously, I'm not expecting one man to go out throughout the entire earth and spreading the word of God, but that's the idea of Christianity, is to go out and you spread the word everywhere. It's meant for everyone. Everyone's supposed to know about it. So just you have to go tell everyone. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say about that. But so just work on it, and thank you guys for listening. And sorry I'm so like weird and out of it or tired or whatever I am right now. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood. Whenever I get like more energy or whatever, I will start reposting in a higher energy field as well. But for right now, I'm just kind of out of it. So I'm sorry if I bore you. Have a blessed day, night, whenever you watch this. Have a blessed whatever from here on out. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. And God bless.